Oh man, I got so much stuff to unbox. I don't even have room for my coffee cup. This is a problem. Let's get these boxes opened. That's the good stuff. Gotta have it. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Obviously here, wow, we have a lot going on. We have a lot of stuff. So let's just start digging into this. So you guys know that I bought the Earl Moorhead XRT. So we got some parts coming for it. Alrighty. So this is part of the chassis piece. So basically, I know the motor and that sits in here. The motor sits here. I remember watching this video and watched that. I think he ground this piece down or something to get that big block to fit. Oh, I really hate to cover this little sign right here, but I got no choice. I got no space. Oh, I have some screws that I think I'm going to need. I have the factory pinion and some more gears. So this is all XRT stuff. Matter of fact, we're just going to keep it here in the box. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, so I just decided I'm just going to go ahead and put it back to somewhat factory specs. The factory ring pinion and stuff. So, and like I said, I'm not sure if he damaged that or ground away some of that on that bottom bulkhead or whatever that is, that chassis piece, but I have it just in case. So now this is for me. I'm customized, just like my X-Max and the sledge, everything. I always put the blue body parts on, so part of this is a little bit me putting too much money into this. What else do we have here? We have some blue control arms to go on the XRT. I think I might need another box here. Let's see, let's put all the blue stuff there. Hey, for those of you that support the channel, I greatly appreciate it. While I have fun running these RCs, it does get expensive, so anybody that does a super thanks, I will mention you. If you shop Amazon and use my store, I greatly appreciate that. It adds nothing to your cost. I get a little commission for driving you there. It's a free way to help, you know, buying merchandise. The neon signs like I have here, t-shirts, coffee cups, all that, all helps tremendously. So, okay, so this is the bottom skid plate. I noticed on the XRT it's broke. Fortunately, these things from Traxxas aren't terribly expensive, so it's not too bad. Yeah, we got more blue A-arms here. Did I do this again? I did this the last time I did that. I didn't realize these come in twos. I wish Traxxas wouldn't do that. You buy the big A-arm, it comes as one, so then you have to buy two. And then the upper A-arm, they sell in a pack of two. Oh well. Guess I'll have spares. Like I have spares over there, the X-Max stuff. So I have a front upper bulkhead and a rear upper bulkhead. I'm going to swap them out, put the factory stuff in there, because if you remember that video when I got it, the A-arm had popped out. Well, when I went to put the A-arm back in, because of that metal straps that he put in there, I had the hardest time going. I had to like loosen that whole strap back up, and then still I had to tweak it to get the pin to go back in. And with me doing these A-arms, I'm not going to fight that. So, and then I got a new, this upper piece right here, because the one that's in there is kind of damaged. I think these things here were chipped out to put those straps in. So I got that. I also noticed some of the screws weren't exactly, there was kind of like a little mismatch of screws in there. So I got all this right screws to screw all these pieces down. So this is why I was kind of like, This XRT's really, now I know the blue parts is me, but some of this stuff, okay. Wow, that is so tiny. Guys, look at that. That is tiny. So, remember the last video, I believe it should be the last video, I had the, man, what was it? My little, the Latrax Rally. I put a new servo in it because it wouldn't turn, or when you turned it, it wouldn't straighten out. And it's still doing that with the new servo. So I got this new, should be a servo saver, which I don't see a spring in here. This is supposed to be a brand new servo saver and like a link kit that should work a little bit better, but there should be a new spring in here. I'm hoping, oh yeah, there it is. There's the spring. Okay, good. So it seemed to me like it just, you could turn the wheels and the servo saver's not doing anything, which is why when you turn the wheels, the servo saver's not snapping the wheels back. Alrighty, let's see here. So this is from Garage Life RC. This is a new bumper mount for the Outcast. So we're going to give this a shot and see if it works. Honestly, the RC Guy Garage makes 1, 2, but he only offers it in 1 or 2 colors, and I really don't like the colors. Hate to do that, but you know, I want the RC to look cool, so we're going to be putting that on. I think I'm going to make this a separate video. We're going to install it, bash it, and just give this thing like an overall review. Oh boy, this one's heavy. I have a feeling I know what this is. So this is from our friends at Jenny's RC. Wow, thankfully she put this in a bag. So this is the factory pinions for the XRT. So you got the factory and the speed pinion. She also had a pin kit and those braces and all that. So I just went ahead and grabbed. I don't know if any of those pins are bent. I got a new fan kit, which also comes with the motor mount, which I'll need to install, which is right here, the brand new motor. So if you guys don't know, Jenny's RC, they basically buy like new RCs and just take them apart and part them out, sell them piece by piece. And man, my neighbor's got the most annoying dog. God, that bark is just aggravating. So I'm so sorry about that. The only thing it says is Traxxas on the back. But yeah, we're going to be putting the factory motor back in. I just feel like that big block is cool. It is freaking wicked, but I think it's just too much power. So I also have this. Oh, that dog's driving me crazy. So here's the motor mount for it. Here's the pins that actually go in the chassis. So I guess I'm going to put all this down here too. And then I have the brand new heatsink and the fans, because Earl tweaked the one that's on there, bent it. So hey, that thing's heavy. I'm going to leave that up there. Man, this is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of stuff to unbox. Okay, more screws for XRT. These, okay, so I think I know what this is. I think this is for the Outcast. Spoiler alert. Yes, it is. There we go. Got the drive shafts here. Because I need at least one. This actually, this looks thicker than what's maybe on. That would be a good thing, but I'm not 100%. Let me see, the Outcast is behind me. I guess that's probably about right. I don't know. Wow, I got a box of stuff. So yeah, that's cool. Moving right along. Man, guys, I'm not made of money. I'm spending way too much on this stuff. I gotta calm myself down. But okay. Oh, this is the impossible to find. The gear cover on the XRT. Like, nobody has this thing. Like, even Traxxas doesn't have it. I don't think I need this cover. I think it's for like the cush drive, but this actually covers like the pinion gear. Cannot find that thing anywhere. So I got that on eBay. No, I stand corrected. It wasn't on eBay. VortexHobbies.com had it in stock. Yeah, it was only $4. I mean, it was like $4 to ship it, so not terrible. I've been waiting a while to open this stuff up. Some of this stuff, if it's sitting on it a while. Okay. So Horizon Hobbies had their sale. So if you're a member, it was like 20% off. So if you're a member, it's 20% off, and it totally pays to be a member. It's like $9.99, $10 for the year. So when I bought my first plane, The Apprentice, it was a scratch and dent, so it was like, whatever, say $250. But if you were a member, it brought it down to like $179 or something. So, I mean, you made your $10 back right there. So they had a sale for the month of October, 20% off. So I took advantage. I got a couple new batteries that I need. I also got a new plane coming. It's still on back order or something, blah blah, but God, I hate that dog. I hate saying it, but I really do dislike that dog. It's got the worst. Woo woo! Woo woo! That stupid bark, man, it's annoying. So, anyhow, this battery is, I believe this is for the yeah, so 2S. So this fits the Pro Moto and the Mad Van. That's what I need a 2S for. And this one here is an extra one for my airplane. This little baby plane here, or baby battery here, is a 3S, and it's for the airplane. And it's also going to fit the brand new airplane I got coming, so I don't like they put these things on here. Guess I should use the scissors and not risk snipping that telemetry wire. So yeah, so I got 2 new batteries. You know, the Pro Moto goes through the battery really fast. And then, you know, I'm usually traveling to go fly the plane, and at first I want, you know, because I got so many dang batteries, I didn't want to keep buying more. So there we go. So now I'm gonna have more. And, oh, I think, yeah, I know what this is. This isn't really one of the purchases I wanted to make, but I had to think about this for a minute, and I still, I don't know, still not too thrilled about it, but there we have it. And a brand new AWSOME catalog. So we'll look at that later. 4 tires for the XRT, man. These things are, they charge a fortune for these things, man. They're like 60, 65 bucks for a pair. I mentioned in the other video, I already have 1 tire just self-destruct. And I'm not terribly sure how, like, so I was really torn. One of the things I was thinking about just going ahead and putting X-Max tires back on it. I know Earl mentioned it was better rotation when you jump with those bigger tires on it. And then I just saw AWSOME Hobbies had a shootout between the XRT and the X-Max, and then they put X-Max. It does look good with the X-Max tires. It really does. I kind of want to just try it as the manufacturer, I guess, intended with these tires, and just see how it goes. Although, granted, I know they don't really look like they're much of an off-road tire. not like what the Sledge and the X-Max have on it. So I was really torn. I didn't know which way to go. If I should go put the X-Max tires on there or put the factory tires on it. Either way, they're the same price. So either way you go, you're not saving any money. The X-Max tires cost just as much as this. But the good thing is, with this, I think you can just buy the tires. You could reuse the wheels, where I don't think you can on the X-Max. I haven't seen like X-Max tires. They're sold just for sale without a wheel. So, man, I hope I don't have the problem with the dry rotting, because I have. You guys look. I got X-Max and I got Sledge tires there. So, just in case one separates and all that, I didn't want it to ruin. I could just throw it on and be done with it. I won't have any extra of these, not for a while. Because no way I was ordering 3 of these just to have a pair on hand. Like I said, I think I can get just the tires. So, wow, man. What do you guys think? Man, this was probably the biggest, most epic unbox. So, we got some work to do. I got to get the Latrax out here and put this in, see if that doesn't fix that issue. I'm gonna have a whole video of fixing the XRT. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. We're gonna be tearing that thing down. And then I have some work to do on the Outcast. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do just a review video on this, just in case anybody has the same problem. You know, it's weird. Talbert just bought the same dang Outcast, and all the jumping he didn't mention that he broke the same mount, which is beyond me. I don't know. I don't even see how I broke that thing, but alrighty. So, what should I do? What should I do? What's up next? I think we're just gonna go ahead and get the Latrax out here, the Rally. Get that put in and see if that doesn't fix the problem. Like I said, this other stuff's going to be all different videos. Well, there you have it. You can see it looks pretty for what you can see of it. It does look pretty, but it is a pain. So this was by Hobby Park. I don't recommend this simply because it was not put together. Like, this is the servo saver. There's a spring right here that moves. So basically, if you don't know, you hit a curb or something, you smash this in there. Instead of the servo taking a direct hit, and these things here move, so it absorbs some of that impact. So basically, they have you put it together, and there's these little tiny clips, these little C-clips here that have to go in, and I probably spent the better part of an hour. I was getting ready to throw everything, just like through the friggin' window. I was getting so aggravated. I shot a clip that way, I shot one that way, I shot another one straight up. Freaking aggravated. But we got it in, and the worst part is, I think I just put a servo and this piece in here for no reason other than just lack of maintenance. Because I noticed that once I had this apart, trying to move these tires, move these with no linkage hooked up, was very difficult. It was very difficult. So I went ahead and took them out, put a little white lithium grease in. These are like shouldered bolts, little shoulder in there. It's smooth. So I put a little grease in there, and man, it just turns so nice now. So my stupidity for not investigating this and just assuming it's a servo. So now I have a few extra parts. I got the original servo saver, the original linkage, and everything right here, which we'll just save for a rainy day in case I do ever truly need it. So there you have it. That's why maintenance on your vehicles is important, even if you don't run it outside and through the rain and the dirt and everything. So yeah, I think I just cost myself a little bit. At least fortunately this wasn't much. But Yeah, if you have one of these, I wouldn't use this brand. There's another brand that the servo saver already came together, so save yourself the headache and go that route. So thankfully I didn't do a time lapse, because you would have been sitting here forever just watching me going dee, 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 dee. And then we can move on. It'll be the next video. The next video we'll go ahead and get the XRT built up, or we'll get the outcast done, because I think that's going to actually be faster. So I think I'll do the outcast, get the bumper piece, shoot that video, and then we'll get the sledge up here, or sledge, the XRT, and get it running. Well, still kind of does it a little bit. Right there, see, it just stays making a left-hand turn. So everything I did, it's still got the same problem, really. See, look, it just stays going that way. That's bizarre. I don't get it. So I tried to trim it a little bit this way, and now just... I don't know what's wrong with this thing. See, it just wants to keep... See if I make a... See how it just stops? It just goes straight. But if I go right, it just continues on. So all that, and I still kind of have the same problem. I don't know. See, if I just give it a little turn, it stays making that turn. So I put a servo, we've lubricated it, I did the linkage. I think the only other thing I could do is maybe, and they're too expensive, these adjustable linkages here, so it can kind of fix maybe this toe out issue that this thing has. But see, look, it's just not, when it does that, it doesn't return to center. Yeah, it's not returning to center right there unless you give it a little nudge. So I don't know what's causing that. Well, I guess you're not supposed to drive this thing straight anyhow. It's a drift car. Yeah. It's still, the thing is still a blast. I mean, it's fun to drive. I just wish I could figure why does it not want to center itself after it goes, and it's only that one direction. So weird. Well, everyone, I guess I should have researched it better before I went and spent money on parts and that. I'm not too afraid to admit made a mistake here, possibly, but I do get some better components. The steering is wickedly quick now, and you know, I got stronger suspension. The steering part's on here, so well, one of these days I guess we'll figure out why this thing does not want to center. The Latrax Rally, man, this is a fun car. It's not very expensive, truly ready to run. Comes with a small battery charger, everything. It's like 110, 120. So, oh, look at that, actually pulled out of the grass. All right, everyone, appreciate you watching. This video's gotten long with just unboxing stuff, so I gotta wrap it up there. So check it out, Traxxas Rally. Thanks for watching. Like, shares, comments, appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't. Hope to see you on the next one.